Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Make an RPG Maker. This is episode whatever point 2. So, let's take a look at what we got. Alright, let's see. Alright, here we go. So, as you can see, the town has changed a little bit here. I kind of made it a little bit more like the map from Quest for Glory 1. Or combined. I originally attempted to combine 2 games into one, but I think I'm just going to try to make my version of it. So I'll give you a little rundown here. Of course, we have the sheriff's office here, and an inn, a magic shop, a house you can break into, and of course this building here is the guild hall. And we've got the bar here, a thief here that's going to be hidden until you activate something. 2 houses. I don't know if I'm going to make them that you can break into them or not. Get that. Sheriff's house, a dry goods salesman, and a fruit seller. Of course, a fountain, a wanted sign, a couple things there. Let's see. What else can I show you real quick? And we're going to get into it. Never mind that. Alright, I'll show you things in the bar real quick. So, of course, we have here the entrance to the Thieves Guild. I'm going to redo the Thieves Guild later. But this requires, I'll show you the code. This requires you know the secret passage. This is the secret code phrase to get in. Of course, I'll show you what rumor mill is right now. It's... God damn, it crashed. Do you hate when things crash on you? One of my pet peeves in gaming and game deving is when things just crash on you for no reason. I've had a slew of that. So, back to what I was going to show you. So we're going to show you what rumor mill is. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. So, we got all of this here. This is rumor mill. I created 4 things that are rumors that basically give you information. And depending on what pops up in a random roll of rumors, random between 1 and 4, you get one of these 4 popping up. I'll show you what we got. Of course, game over pun. Same thing. 1 of 5 different game over puns come if you trigger a game over sequence. So you hear the game over fanfare, and then you've got one of these pops up at the end. Never mind that either. Of course, the Dragon's Breath sequence. But we're not even using this because, and I'll show you why in a sec, I have all this set up. So that way we can use the game over pun. And whatever pops up before the game over pun depends on what you take. So if you're a mage, you get this. If you're a fighter, you get this. And if you're a thief, you get this. Plus a game over pun. Of course, and I have a fortune teller. Then it does this, it gives you 1 of 3 fortunes. Sometimes making random things is fun. The item shop. Magic shop's kind of neat because, as you can see, I gotta relabel, so let's relabel that now. We'll call it Minerva. Things changed. Okay. I have to figure out how to do I have to put the magic spells in, and maybe we'll do that this video. And Minerva on. So then, when Minerva pops up when it's on, so we're going to change this. We're going to change that right about now. Oh, we got it. So an action pops up and then Minerva appears. And when you talk to her, she does this. We'll fix that maybe this video, maybe next video. Okay. Or that House 2 just has a chest. You can break into them. The Guild Hall has a few things. I have this nifty little trading dummy sequence that happens. Again, depending if certain factors get you certain responses. I have a little bit of secrets, like here's one that says this statue was donated by the developer. And then of course, you know, my developer name, which is Retro Paul. I'm working on something here. I may get rid of that. You can also talk to the guild master. I'm working on that too. A lot of things I've been working on. So that's basically the town. I don't know if I showed this, but I actually redid the character selection. So each statue represents a different class. So of course you've got the warrior class. So once you choose it, it automatically transfers you to the town map. And same with the mage, and same with the thief. Of course, you get this little guy who just tells you to choose your class. The things I'm working on, of course, is what to do with all this stuff. The north, south, east, the west, east, north, and south parts of the map. So that's what I'm working on now. But for the sake of this video, of course, on the crossroads, which is right here, I have a guard here. Like I said, there's a lot of unfinished stuff right now. I just wanted to give you a rundown of what's going on and what's changed. Like the sheriff, you get different responses depending on if the Bandit King is on. The way to turn the Bandit King on is look at the Bandit King poster. Wanted poster. So if it's off, you get this set of stuff. If it's on, you get this set of stuff. Plus this set of stuff, you know. This is if it's off. This is if it's on. On, off, on, off. Of course, you've got your basic inn, magic shop. That's pretty much it for that. So let's do some coding, shall we? So let's start out with some of the stuff in the town that I need to work on. This is the sheriff's house. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, so we'll leave that alone for right now. This is the item shop. I have one thing in the item shop. I think I'm just going to leave that like this for now. The magic shop, we're going to need to put some spells. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to... Well, first off, let's make sure we have gold prices for these spells, of which we do. So what we have to do, I don't have the plugin in, and I really don't see a need to put the item and shop plugin in for this, because it's just simply just doing this. Yeah, it makes it easier, but this actually, when you just get a limited number of items, that. There we go. So we get the prices 5, 10, 15, 20 for this prices. So the shop, the basic shop is set up. This, I showed you that. House, we're not going to put anything in here. Guild Hall. Let's put a roaring fire in the fireplace. Flame, there we go. That there. Now, I could set up a way, and I know there's a way to make it look like it's glowing, either using a plugin or using events. But using the events, I'd actually need to find the other thing, and I don't feel like finding the other thing. So we're going to do that, and click apply. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. One part of the original game of Quest for Glory 1 is the guest book. So that's what we're going to make this square. So we're going to go here, drop it here. Gotta pause. Okay, I am back. Had to quick pause for something. Anyway, so let's get rid of this. We're going to give a kind of book-looking little image. And all we're going to do is simply do a name input. We're going to put a welcome message. So how about welcome to the guild. Is in the guest book. Run here and go over to here, go to name input, keep it that, put it 4 characters long, and voila, we're done. Now all we really have to do, a variable, nope, that's it. It's because you're renaming the character. That's done. Now, in Quest for Glory, everything has a point. So we're going to go here, go to variable, I think get current score, and we're going to say add and put 1. There. So you send the guest book, you get a point. You look at the statue. Silly stuff like this entertains me. Keeps the game entertaining to me too. Like that. And you get a point. Up to the Guildmaster. Guildmaster. Be sure to sign. Yeah, be sure to sign. I should put purpose typos in here just for silliness. Maybe I will. If any of you watching this have ever seen my silly little meme games I make for Game Jam every so often, you notice I purposely put in typos and errors just to make the game silly and fun. So there. And then, yep, look at that. You talk to the Guildmaster, and for, like I said, for silliness, you get a point. Okay, there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. You know, how about us? You'll get the fire. You get a point. So, if you know anything about the Quest for Glory games, especially the first one, sometimes the silliest, stupidest things you do in the game give you points. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to end this video. Oh, yeah, I'll show you this real quick. So, I have a troll bridge. You can pay him, fight him, or leave. So if you pay 50 gold, he gets pleasure doing business with you. Bridge goes on, and he walks away, and he walks to the side. He let you speak. The reason why I have it where I have it, it's supposed to be sat where when you cross. So I'll switch A, does that, and he turns. If you look at the custom routine, it's through on, so you can walk through, so it looks like, you know, you can just walk. It looks like you're walking past him. That's if you have the gold. Else, you are short on cash. Maybe I eat you instead. If you try to lie to him into that. If you try to fight him, if you win the fight, the bridge goes on, you can walk through him, walk past him. If you lose, you get a game over pun. Or you could just leave. I have this here for testing purposes, so what we're going to do is just going to get rid of that. Testing or demonstration purpose, mainly testing purposes. This leads to the south. I'm working on a few things that way. Of course, like I said, we've got the castle. I'm working on this in a way. Working on a lot of things at the moment, so there's a lot of unfinished things that I can't show you because I've been taking a break on this and working on some other things with both my YouTube channels, so both this channel and my other channel. So this isn't, and the reason I'm doing this because this project is not for any game jam, so it could be put on hold for indefinite for all I care. I like to actually finish another game. Otherwise, if this is on hold for indefinite because I've hit a wall with it and start a fresh over one, it is what it is. Until then, peace out, stay frosty, be good to yourself, be good to your family. Game on, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.